But I now know that he is Mr. Walt Frazier. Mr. Frazier.
Good morning, good afternoon, folks. So I'm really honored to be here representing Earl the Pearl in the school. There's an adage that says, in order to understand the present, it helps to know about the past. Earl and I were drafted the same year. He was drafted second pick by the Bullets. I was fifth by the Knicks. I hated him. I'm often asked, how was it to guard Oscar Roberson and Jerry West and Earl? Oscar Roberson was 6'5", so he was going to back you in and pound and pound. West was going to stop and pop. And they go, well, what about Earl? I said, Earl didn't know what he was going to do. How did I know what he was going to do? So I used to tell my friends, man, he's the only man I ever dreamt about. Trying to guard this guy, man, shaking and baking. Well, then, coach, they used to let him carry the ball, right? When he was with the Bullets, he used to spin the ball. He was carrying the ball all the time, got away with it. But Earl was a globetrotter. He brought the playground game into the NBA, and if Oscar and West scored on me, I didn't mind. But Earl, he always had to add a little pizzazz to whatever he did. A little styling to the crowd. But I relished trying to guard him. And when we used to play in Baltimore, the games used to start like 8:30, and they would play Motown sound back in those days, 1967, 68. When Earl got the ball, the whole arena would stand. And he's coming down the floor and they're yelling, Earl, Earl, greatest in the world. Nobody can stop Earl, Black Jesus, all this stuff. So when I'm going to the game, there would be a bunch of kids. We should live across from the Holiday Inn. So they go, Clyde, let me carry your bag. So I'll be walking with the kids and they'd be talking. They get over there and go, Earl's going to get 50 on you tonight. So I relished my defensive prowess in trying to contain Earl the Pearl. And then one day I read in the paper that he's traded to the New York Knicks. Tibbs, can you believe the Knicks never called me and asked me what I thought of this move? I had to find out in the paper. So I'll never forget the first time Earl came in the locker room, the way everybody embraced. I didn't embrace him the way everybody else embraced him, but everybody else embraced him. We were happy to have him, and when Earl and I talk, I could tell that he relished playing against me like I relished playing against him. So I don't know if I enjoyed more playing against Earl or with him because of the challenge. I know playing against him catapulted me to the Hall of Fame because the man is averaging 30 points a game. I've got to try to elevate my game to compete with Earl. So there was always that challenge. I used to say I was like his reflection. Wherever he went, I was there. He saw me back and forth. We went and so we had that mutual respect. So now he's traded to the Knicks, and the media say that Earl and I would need 2 basketballs for it to work. It would never work. There's no way. But they overlooked our mutual respect for each other. When we were opponents, my friends used to say, man, what did you say? You all over this guy? I said, man, sometimes I say, Earl, great shot. And sometimes he said, Clyde, good defense. That was the only conversation we'd ever had with the pushing and shoving. Remember, guys, in those days, you could hand check. Yeah, so we were pushing and shoving all the time. And so when he came to the team, I remember something like, you can't judge a book by its cover. When you see Earl on the court, he's this flamboyant, kind of arrogant guy. Off the court, he's the antithesis of that. He's kind of shy, he's quiet, always sharing, caring, giving. I remember we were dubbed the Rolls Royce backcourt. Earl would actually loan guys his Rolls Royce. That's how, nobody's getting my roles. I'm not giving up. When Earl was all kinds of roles and, money, I always admired him for being a good family man. He was always there with his sisters, his kids. And this school is just a culmination of that, of Earl's sharing, caring, giving back. He's always been that type of person. I'm always proud to say that he's my friend. He used to be my nemesis. Like I said, when he came in our locker room, I didn't know whether to hug him or mug him. So, like everybody else, I gravitated to him because I saw he was a different person on the court than he was off the court. So he's a tremendous man, and I'm just delighted to see all the people that came out today. It's family. The Knick, once a Knick, always a Knick. Look at all the Knick legends here. And Judas mentioned the coach and Leon and my man Wes here representing Earl in the school. And to the kids, you could not have a better role model than this man that's sitting here. But a lot of times when schools open like this, there's a lot of hoopla and pageantry. The celebrities never come back. I will be back. I will be back. A lot of times the fans forget that we're parents. We're parents. I'm concerned about drug abuse, the insidious drugs that destroy our kids, child abuse, miscommunication between parents and their kids, teenage pregnancy, the atrocity of babies having babies, the appalling dropout rate. In the Bronx, sometimes 60% of the kids are dropping out of school by 10th grade. What's going to become of those kids? What's going to happen? So Earl is trying to save them. He's going to reach a lot of kids. I remember once, my first foray into the schools, I went into a school, maybe there were 200 kids there, and I started my talk, and you can't make this stuff up, Starks. They start yelling, "Where's Starks? Where's Ewing?" And I go, "Yeah, where are they? Have you ever seen them here? At least you should respect me. I came here, I could be anywhere I want in the world, but I decided to be here with you today." So try to gain their respect. And this is what we want to do, guys. So you can be better than us. Earl and I didn't have a chance to think about being the president of the United States, the commissioner of the NBA. You can be whatever you want to be if you apply yourself. Education is the key. I played 12 years in the NBA. This year is my 31st year as a Knick announcer. Shaking and baking, moving and grooving, styling and profiling, using my education, guys. So you can do it. So in closing, thanks guys for coming out. Earl, congratulations. So thank everybody for their support and making this a family affair. Thank you.